I'm Steve with Elevate, and this is
Teresa,
the lovely Elevate doll. And today we are really excited. We're gonna introduce two new products. The main product we're introducing is the DABBLE. It's a portable concentrate device. It's slightly bigger than our Wax Maxer. I thoroughly enjoy it way more than a Puffco or a Carta.
Yeah.
And so we're not gonna do a comparison here, but I have used all of them, and by size, by whatever, this absolutely destroys it. And for on the go. So let's have at this thing. So Teresa, we'll go ahead here. You can open this one up.
Okay.
Do the unboxing there. It comes in a nice little box. And this is it right here, obviously. So it does have this little silicone piece over here, and what that does is that prevents the water from leaking out into the unit, because you can't put water into this, and then when that's on there, it doesn't allow the flow to happen or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So you can turn it upside down and water does not come out of there. So looks like it comes with some alcohol swabs, which you'll use those up really quickly. Some alcohol pads, cool, but don't need it.
You got a charger there, and this is the USB-C.
Yes, it is a USB-C
larger one.
charger.
Mm-hmm.
It's the newer charger, and it fits both ways.
Ooh, tweezers!
It does come with some tweezers, and I believe this is to help get the bolt in and out of there, and it comes with a little dab tool. But today, we're going to go ahead and use this dab tool because we like it better, and it's another drop that we're doing. So how does this thing work? It's 5 presses. Pretty much everything's like that. I did some stuff where it was hold it on, but in your purse, in your pocket, you can press and hold it, and things work. So the 5 presses is a lot better.
Ooh, it vibrated when I said welcome.
Yeah. And so another thing I really like about it is it has full adjustability. So if you press it just little bits, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. If you press and hold it, it counts up by tens. So you can go down from like 250 up to like 800, 900 degrees. So, and you've been using this now for about 2 months. So
Yeah.
before we decided to bring it in and promote it, we went through some uses on it.
Absolutely, and I even traveled with it to see how it would be on an airplane or in a car or anything like that. Like, it's been many places, and it tops out at 800 and it goes down to 250. Even with water in here, it still made it through my bag in TSA. I broke this immediately, so I did not have a mouthpiece, but that did not hinder me at all. I just was able to use it because this comes in and out. I was just able to just use it.
Now, why did you break it, do you think? Because it was flimsy, or do you think you broke it because it just hit something just wrong?
Well, I have not a lot of grip in my hands, so I drop a lot of things, and this fell out of my hands.
Oh, and so that is not surprising then, especially if it hits like this, it's going to break. Is what it is. It sucks, but it's a replaceable piece.
It is replaceable, and for me, it was easy just to
use it like
yeah,
that.
absolutely, and then not worry about re-breaking that. Nothing else broke or cracked or came off or anything when I dropped it, and I dropped it onto a concrete floor.
Right, right.
The fun part about this I love is that it has different colors.
Oh, right.
But the colors are not associated with the heat. So in most products, when you press the button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, it will change the temperature.
Right, but this has the temperature changing.
Right,
for
yep.
this thing.
And so it just changes the color. And it has like green, blue, red, and then there's even
RGB.
purple. Yeah, it's really exciting. So I like that. But yeah, and it has a quartz dish inside.
Yeah, so What they did here is you're not putting the dab directly on the heater, which I really do like. It's not going to get, ceramic is a great thing, but the oils will absorb into it. So rather than using a ceramic heater, they went with a more portable heater. It's easier to make, which is, it doesn't mean it's going to not last as long. These heaters can burn out easily by overheating them. That's how the ceramics or any of them burn out. But this has a nice heater in there, and same, you've used it the last 2 months and you haven't burnt it out?
No, and I've only charged it, I believe, one time.
Right, and that's another thing, that it does have an 18650 built in here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more than a Carta. I mean, one of those things has a couple 18350s. Now, why they did that, that's ridiculous. I did that thing when I made my first Sidekick, but that was 5 years ago when the technology wasn't where it's at. These guys should have known better.
Right. But yeah, only one, and it stays charged a long time. One of the things that I really enjoyed about it was the quartz dish in here and the way that it's heating up. It never tastes like it's burning my product, and I've only had to refill it like once every 3 or 4 days if I was using it on a daily basis for like a whole week. And so for me, I felt that it kept my product in there fresher, longer, and I didn't have to refill it as much.
Okay.
Then when I got ready, I just wiped it out and put more in there.
Before we load it up, I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this just to show you the dish in there and how this works, and then we'll start loading it up and using it so we can get through this video. So right there, you have the little quartz dish in there, and it's not the easiest thing to get out. We do have a tool, coming with a tool that will help get this out. So there's your little quartz dish in there, and there's the heater then, and so this really keeps it there. I want to do that now before we get it dirty and whatnot. So I found it's easier to remove this top part, and that's what I like about this tether as well. The tether stays on there, and it keeps your little carb cap attached to it.
I wanted to show you before we get that all back on, or even if it on, this cool thing here. So this does come out, and then look, see it's lifting. This also comes right out to be cleaned.
Okay. So that's probably best. You can not have that off, but you probably want to take that off, or it's probably best to get that out.
Right, and then that gets all that, if there's anything right down in here. But see, you can see that the wax is never going into here. It's going down this little hole that goes into here. And so any of the reclaim or whatever was collecting in that little dish.
Just try to get a little video there of that. So, okay. Yeah.
And that's what I liked, because sometimes when you pull heaters out of stuff,
super easy to clean, and it's a magnet.
Yep.
Held on there with a magnet. So, yeah, super easy to do. Glad you showed us that. There it goes.
Yeah, I like that, because
so that's
sometimes
how you do it. Straight up and straight down.
When I have a product, it leaks underneath the atomizer, and then you have to clean there, but this does not at all.
Right. Right. Yeah, and so that's all solid down there, and the air actually comes up and through the chamber and then back through up there. So it's a really short path. And then let's go ahead and load this thing up.
All right. Got some product over there. Which color would you like?
Yeah, let's go with purple.
Purple.
So, I guess the easiest thing to do is probably leave it off, right? And then add it to it, or turn it on. Have your dish a little warm. I think having it a little warm is probably the best. That way your oils can come off, do whatever.
Yeah, because if you have it cold, then you're wiping it up here on the edge, and it doesn't necessarily always melt down to the bottom.
Right, it's whatever. So I'm going to run this down. You said your favorite is about
600.
Okay, so we'll go to 600 right now. And now, why so high? The reason we're going higher than the 428 is because, you know, the heater, that's what's being measured, that's what's being done up. Then there's also, the oils are sitting in the dish, so there's, thermal mass that the heat's going through and whatnot. So what we're doing here is, to turn this thing on, you pretty much press and hold it like a vape pen, just kind of like the e-cigarette type pens. So you can see it heating up there, and as you do it, and I'll press it up here, and you can see inside it gets really hot really quickly. So it gets up to temperature really, really fast. And then so we got a little bit of heat into there. I could feel it there. And now that's going to allow us to go ahead and scoop it up and allow that to melt up. So how much to put in here? What do you recommend?
Maybe like a BB size. Not too much at first. Yeah, that's about a good. Yep.
It looks bigger than BB, but it's flatter and whatnot. So we'll just go ahead and drop it right into there. And that wasn't that hot. The edge didn't heat up, so you can go ahead and let it hang up. Just press it a little bit, get that heat. And you can see I'm pressing and holding it, but it's up and down in it so it doesn't overburn it. It's a real smart thing there. And that heat has at that bottom, and it has to travel up through the thermal mass of the whatnot. There you can go. You can see that some of the oil's starting to melt and drip down into it. And if you're not fully getting in the bottom, you can scoop that down a little bit, and it will. The heat, after you use it, the heat will rise up there, and all that goodness will start to come down in there. So that's the good thing, as everything heats up. All right, so I think that's in there. Oh, and let's fill it up with water.
Ooh.
So we got a little sparkling water right here. It's not really sparkling water, changed it out. And for this, it's not a lot of water. Like, not a lot.
Yeah, no.
That's almost too much, right?
It might be, but we'll see.
Go ahead.
All right. This here.
So just like a typical vape pen, sometimes you want to press and hold it before you actually inhale. That allows the whole surface area to heat up and get it warmed up. Once you're using it a lot, I can hear it in the oils. They started to come down because you were pressing.
It just vibrated when I hit the temperature as well.
Yep. Once it reaches up to temperature, it'll vibrate saying, "Hey, you there?" And yeah, get a nice little hit right away out of there.
I could see the red of the heater heating up when I looked down. The first time I had my finger over the little hole, that's why the hit didn't get so big. That's a good hitter.
Yeah, real nice little light hits.
That's at 600.
Yeah, 600, but that's what you found is good. You can go higher, but it's going to give bigger hits, but more of a burnt flavor. This tastes really, really good.
I like it at 600 or lower. Otherwise, it just takes the joy out of it because then you have to cough and it cuts the oxygen off, and it's just. Some people love it, and yeah, and so you can get that major hit on this.
Yep, so I'm not getting any water up in there or anything right now. I do think it should be a little bit less water. So I definitely want to say that don't fill it up much.
Yeah, because you could see it's collecting right here a little bit.
Yep. So there's a little chamber thing in there, and I'd say you want to go maybe right to the top of the little chamber thing in there.
It, yeah.
That might be better. Or an eighth of an inch above. But man, it hits really, really phenomenal. The battery lasts phenomenally long. All around it's good. It fits in your pocket, unlike a Puffco or a Carta or even the hookah that I really like. Things just keep improving, changing, shrinking. But you can only go so small, so much on so many things. But yeah. Looks like you're getting a little bit of water up in there. But if you do, it's trapped up into there so you can get it out. And remember, it's going up and down and around, but it's not going through any electronics there. So that's a really good thing. We'll go ahead and look at inside. There's a little bit more. I'm just going to go ahead and load this up and see what happens when we put even more in there. So that's twice the scoop. So I don't recommend doing it, but we're going to do it just to show you guys since we're doing an unboxing for this, and I am really excited about this thing. It's a phenomenal little vape, and I don't know if we can see it heat up. You can definitely see it heat up in there.
Oh yeah, it's turning red.
But it blinks slower. The more it blinks, there it goes. All the oils are hitting on the bottom there.
Let's see.
And how it keeps temperature is it always. Most digital things operate like that. They operate in pulses.
Okay.
So they're always giving it 100%, and then they turn off for a little bit, whether it's 1 second or a quarter second or whatever.
That way I don't think something's wrong.
You do want to hit it slow, or with that little bit of water, you will get some up in there. But yeah, let's after you hit that, she's done with that. I want to put the top on there and show you how you can turn it upside down and it doesn't. Well, actually, I don't, because there's oils in there, and those are still going to come out. So like any oil vaporizer or anything, you're going to want to keep it, always pointing up, perpendicular, just because it's there. It does have the cap on there, so it's not going to come out and go whatever.
And I have had the luxury of traveling with it full, and it did not spill out of that cap. Now, when I lifted the cap, sometimes it was stuck to the under cap,
Yeah,
but it
that makes
never
sense.
came out.
So there we go. The water's not leaking out right there. You could see that. There's a little water down here, but that's what came up when we sucked it up. And so it's not leaking like that. So that's a nice little thing. And then we'll go ahead and see what happened there. So it did come up and hit the top of that, and but how it works is it didn't come outside of it, and the dish kind of held it up in there. So
Yeah.
it's not the worst mess, considering that oils I just feel are sloppy. That's why I like the Sidekick. For on the go, you got your herbs right there, so you got your raw dabs.
And you can take and just put a little bit of concentrates right in there with it. And
Yeah.
it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you are even smaller, and more on the go, or you love concentrates, then this is the key right here.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I like it. I really like our wax mixer. This is a completely, not a completely different, but a little different.
Yeah, the wax mixer, I think is even more incognito than this, potentially. It's also more inclusive. You don't have a place to store any of your waxes and stuff here like it does.
Right, yep. The temperature, so even though it has the 3 colors, like you never actually know. So like this one, I know if it's on 800, I'm about to die. That
But
one,
if you're red, you know red is
Right. But that one doesn't ever get to that point where it chokes you out.
Right.
So
It's more for just for good flavor on the go, and it's not designed to overheat it. Where this, you can overheat it because people do want big hits. The wax mixer is designed for just good use. This is designed for however the hell you want to do it.
it's great to have tools that meet all the specifications that people are looking for.
Right.
This is a good product.
Yeah, it's a really good product. It has the USB-C, so it hooks into a lot of different things. Regular USB back here, but
like
newer phones can plug into it easily.
Yeah, the newer phone charger. That's a big deal for me,
Yep. So I'm going to give this Elevate 2 thumbs up. I thoroughly love this product. It's a great product. And by the way, the first 50 people that get this, we have a special code on the website. The first 50 people that act will get $50 off on this. One thing we ask is once you get it, give us a review. We need a review on it, and tell us what you liked, tell us what you didn't like. Hopefully we didn't miss anything here. I don't feel like we misguided anybody on this thing. It's a phenomenal product, it really is. What sucks about it, not much water you can put in there. What's great about it, freaking great hits at a small piece, small device at an amazing price. It's $200. So if you act now, you could get it for $150. Super cool.
Yeah, and it's Elevate Doll approved and Elevate Veteran approved. It's been through all the tests. It's been through TSA. It's been through all that. And I can get my name on it.
Yeah, that's another thing that Elevate does. We love things that you're unique. Elevate, it's about taking care of yourself, you first, Not that you should be greedy or anything, but you're the most important person in your life. So to let people know that, you can go ahead and get your name on there. Bad motherfucker is what I would put on for Teresa's right there. But yeah, so it's a great product. It really is. I like it a lot. And then these things right here, these are $14. 13. So good smoking price right there. This is not stainless steel. I believe it's steel and then zinc plated. So really nice. I mean, for affordability, it's not going to break. Glass is nicer. I'm not going to lie about it. But if you drop glass, you'll break it. So this will probably last you your lifetime. I could imagine.
I like that.
So I think that's it. And I want to say, go check us out. Check us out on Elevate Dolls, Elevate Gents, Elevate Ambassador. We have really cool things there. Elevate University helps promote all of Elevate. Make sure you're checking out the Elevate Glass Open that we just did. We're doing everything like that. And go check out Elevate Veterans. It's we got a whole thing here. So I promise, if you're a misfit out there, you have a home here. We're the island of misfits.
Come on and join the Elevate movement. We got room for you.
Hell yeah. Peace out.